Bienvenidos a Windor. Welcome to Windor. Benvinguts to Windor. In the next 2 days, we will bring you all the action of the Wind Games 2015. I am Paloma Granero, and I'm here with Keith Greeley, and we will bring you all the action for the two-way dynamic in the Wind Games. Welcome to the Wind Games International Indoor Skydiving Competition with the disciplines of formation skydiving, vertical formation skydiving, and two-way dynamic in the second edition of this competition at Windor Wind Tunnel. We are located at the world-famous skydiving center Empúria Brava in Girona at the northeast of sunny Spain. This is the first year that indoor skydiving will be included as a federated sport by the Catalan Air Federation, as this sport is growing internationally and there are more and more flyers who practice this sport year by year. Today we will be showing the action for FS, BFS and two-way dynamic disciplines with three of the well-known and spectacular sports performed at high speed. The competitions bring together top-level international flyers into teams of 2 or 4 people. 4 flyers in the discipline of FS and BFS, and 2 flyers in the two-way dynamic. We have a compulsory round in FS and BFS, and the flyers must perform the move that have been chosen in a draw as quick as they can. In the two-way dynamic, the competitors will have both compulsory and free rounds to determine a ranking going into the semi-finals, quarterfinals, and finals.
Hello, welcome to the Wind Games.
Okay, here we are now to the second part of the day. We are holding now the competition of the two-way dynamic, and Keith is here to help me with all the commentating for the rounds of the dynamic.
Hello.
We will explain a little bit how it's going to be the round, the competitions. Tell us a little bit about the dynamic competition.
Okay, today to start with, we're going to do 4 rounds in the compulsory. And they have to do a snake, a layout, and a move 3 times. So 3 pages, and it's the fastest team will win.
Okay, we are going to have a video now. You will see a little bit how it's working, the dynamic flying. Here we are going to see a sequence of the 3 moves that now give comment. We have some examples now.
So this is two-way example 1, a back head down in-face snake. So the flyers have to pass the line, and now they're going into a back layout. So they're going over the circle and now underneath the circle. Into a head down in-face circles. So now they have to go past the line, perform a circle, and then pass the line again, finishing the sequence and starting the next page.
Okay, we have another example. In this example, we will see first one mixed snake, followed by a butterfly, and finishing with a head up in face circles. There are 2 types of competition rounds, free rounds and speed rounds. In the free rounds, we can see the creativity of the teams as they are free to create and design their own routines. They are judged on difficulty, presentation, and execution. So basically, how hard it is, how good it looks, and how well they perform it.
Okay, now we have example number 3. They're doing a head-up switching snake. So this means they're going from in-face to out-face. Doing opposite bottom loops, so they're doing bottom loops facing each other into a mixed shuffler. So it's they're going to go in-face, now to a head-up in-face, into an out-face circle, and finishing the move, passing the line, back into the next page.
As you can see, this is not easy at all. Flyers must remember everything to do it in a right way. Speed rounds have set moves taken from a random draw, which the teams have to perform in order. The score is based on the time it takes the team to perform these moves, with the fastest time winning that round. If the team make any mistakes or do not complete any move correctly, they will given 5 seconds penalty, which will be added into their score. This is known as a bust. We will realize when it's a bust because we will see the red lines. Okay, now that you've seen this, you know more or less what the kind of discipline we are going to see. Here, Keith was participating in the last competition we were holding last summer in the Barcelona Strength. Then he was competing with Southern Fire Bottom. He knows quite well how this kind of competitions work, how the movements work. That's because he is here to help us with everything.
Yes, I competed in the last competition here. It was quite a good event. We had a few teams, and the two-way was quite big. I actually was able to win this event, so I was pretty happy with this one.
This time is the first time we are going to have some Spanish teams. It's going to be the first time. We have some of the instructors from the wind tunnel that they are competing. Before, we have just one participant that was Spanish, that was Ricard. He is now working in this wind tunnel, and he will be competing with another Spanish guy. In this edition, we have, I think it's...
We have 16 teams in total.
Then we will see many performances. Today, we are going to see like the classificatory rounds. Then the 8 first teams, they will be battling tomorrow. Then all the teams today needs to be between the 8 first positions to be able to compete tomorrow as well to win something.
Yes. Today is very important. They have to fly the best and the fastest because they have 4 compulsories, and the top 8 teams will go through to tomorrow. And they have a free round which has double points. So the free round makes a big deal today as well.
Okay, today we are going to be holding some of the rounds, and tomorrow we will be, although we start in the morning, close to 12, a little bit before, with all the rounds that we left this morning with the FS and BFAs. Tomorrow at 5 to 2, we will be back with this dynamic to complete the battles. Then in the afternoon, we will see in the semi-finals and the finals. We want just to remind you that we have to say thanks a lot to all the sponsors and collaborators. We have Ayuntament de Castelló d'Empúries, we have Federación Aérea Catalana, Consell Comarcal de Sport, Generalitat de Catalunya, la Diputació de Girona, Heineken, Ferrari, Sonic, Dodge Bank, Skydive Empúria Brava, Club Nautic Empúria Brava, Copistería Esteve y Disretol. We have to thank all the sponsors and collaborators. Then now we are going to see, we can talk about the first rounds, the rounds that we are going to have in today.
Compulsory?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we have the first round that we will have one mixed snake, interlace, and head-up outface circles. Can you tell us a little bit how hard it's going to be?
This is the first snake is quite hard. It's a head down and a head up. So they have to enter the tunnel, head down, and then directly switch into a head up snake, and then leaving the snake in a head down position. This is quite a technical one. It's one of the hardest snakes that we have in the compulsories.
Yeah, when we were in the drawdown downstairs, everybody would see how the movements were like, whoa, because it's quite difficult going in head down, going up to the head up again.
Yes, it is. And then the next...
The next one will be head up in-face snake, bottom loop, head up in-face circles.
So the head up in-face snake, it's not too hard. It's just head up the whole time, so it's quite nice. Switching in-face is quite an easy move. It's quite an easy round. That one, the second round is quite easy, so it's going to be down to the speed.
Then after a hard one, we are going to have one that is more comfortable for the flyers. Then maybe they will have quicker rounds in the second. In the second one, is going to be quicker for all the teams.
Yes, I think it'll be down to the speed in the second round for sure. I don't see too many people busting. I'd say it's more for the speed.
Okay, the third round is going to be head down, out face the snake, a classic, and head down, out face circles. This is going to be a little bit tricky.
This is for sure one of the harder rounds that they're gonna have, and for sure this is gonna come down to busting. I think. I don't think it's gonna be the fastest time. I think it's gonna be if people bust or not, because there's a lot of out face in this round.
Okay, remember that to make less bust, we need the flyers to fly really careful, slow and smooth, trying to do the best performance. Sometimes they go really, really fast and they make mistakes, then it's bust, which is a penalty of 5 seconds that takes them down in the ranking.
Yes, quite often the 5 seconds makes a big deal. You can go from winning to 4th place really quickly with a 5-second bust.
Okay, now we are seeing the guys that they are getting ready, they are warming up, the first teams that they are going to go now in the competition. We are going to start the competition with Nemo. It's going to be the first team. This team is with 2 girls, because in this competition we have a couple of teams, female teams. We have not a female category, but we have some female teams. This is going to be one of them. The other one is going to be the Team Dynamite. Dynamite, that's it.
Team Dynamite. Yes.
Then let's talk a little bit, just explain to everyone who is going to be the round 4, just to tell them what they are going to see.
They're doing a head-up switching snake, opposite bottom loops, and a head-down shuffler. This is not too difficult, maybe medium level. The head-up switching snake is actually quite nice. It's in-face, out-face head-up into a opposite bottom loop. Now this one here, they're doing a bottom loop facing each other, so there can be a chance for a collision in this one, so they have to make sure they're in the right path.
Okay, then they have the first one that is quite difficult. Second one is the easiest one, but doesn't mean that it's going to be. We will see the fastest one maybe, and then the round 3 is the most difficult one, and the last will be a medium difficulty.
I think so, yes.
Okay, we see that we have all the teams ready now, getting positions for the for warm up. Now, as we say, the first team is going to be Nemo. Nemo is a team with Luis Christensen and Inka Tito. It's the first competition they are going to have together. You are going to have together. They are both quite young girls. We can see now on camera Inka. She's concentrating, relaxing, stretching.
So right now they should be thinking about the first round, trying to visualize the round that they're going to fly and have the round in their head as good as possible.
The second team will be the Window Air team. This team has been flying for a month. When the channel just decided that we were going to have some teams participating, then they've been training super hard the last 3 weeks. But it's worse. We have another Window team that they've been training for 1 week.
1 week, very nice, yeah?
1 week. They are really good flyers, but they've been training together for a few hours. Then, let's see, they are going to try to do their best. We see now the girls that they are going into the previous area. We hear the channel that is running on, then the speeds will settle, and we start the competition.
Okay, so now we have Nemo. It is Inka Tito and Luisa Christensen flying. So far they're doing quite good.
Oh, bust.
Oh, 1 bust. That's a 5-second penalty.
Another one.
Okay, so now they're into the second page. Oh, looks like we had some difficulties right there.
Something happened. We are not sure. Maybe the speed wasn't right or something, because it looked like they are coming up again. Yeah, something happened, then they are coming back again. Now we are setting the speed again. I don't know, but now the speed of the tunnel is 68%, and I remember the girls were flying 65 in the training. I don't know, maybe it was for the free routine, but maybe it's about that.
Yeah, maybe the speed was wrong, so maybe it was not. That's maybe what could have helped them bust. Maybe they were a little bit different speed.
See, I think something was wrong with the speed, because they were coming out and then they looked like ready to go in again.
It's always, when you're getting ready to do your round, it's always nervous sitting there, trying to visualize what you're going to do. Here they go, ready to go again.
Okay, let's see. Now this is the round. Nemo.
Oh, a little bit. Oh, that was a bust, one bust there. So
Yeah.
5-second penalty so far.
Bottom loop was no.
Coming into the outface circles, doing it quite well. Nice, so now that is the first page finished.
They have to do several pages, isn't it?
3 pages and then they have to get out. And the time stops when they leave the tunnel. It's sometimes the exit can add a few seconds on, so you want to be really quick on the exit. This is quite a big deal sometimes. It changes from the winning or losing.
Yeah, sometimes they need to be quick because they cannot lose. 1 second can be the difference.
Yes. The last time when I was competing here, it was down to hundredths of a second between second and first place. It was very tight.
Okay, now we saw that it was another burst. Remember, when we see the red lights, that means it's a burst. 5 seconds penalty, and this is because of they didn't cross completely the line with the whole body, or when they do in a circle, they are not going up and down proper.
Okay, so now they've exit. Okay.
Okay, well done, girls.
Here we go, slow motion. A little bit of hitting the wall right there. Looks like that could have caused the bust.
Okay, here we have Air Team. This is a window team. This is 2 of the instructors of this tunnel. They've been training less than 3 weeks. And I think they are flyers since a couple of years, but they never been flying together before. Okay, this team is Alex Gonzalez, and Ricard Paniagua. They've been flying for the last weeks a little. Ricard is 33 and Alex is 24 years. Ricard have a little bit more jumps than Alex, but they are not. They don't jump too much by the moment. They are giving all the time to the wind tunnel. Here they go.
Okay, so they're in, straight into the head up. You can see where that there is a hard move. Like in, head down, and it's straight into head up.
Oh, first bust for this team.
Entering the head up circles now. The circles are looking very nice, and that is the first page finished.
It's not fair to have some favorites when I'm the commentarist, but these are my teammates and I want them.
Nice. Second page is going good so far.
Okay, the outfit circles.
And I think they finished that page with no bus. Oh, was that one at the end?
They did one at first, and this must be the second one.
Second bus. So that's the
Then
10
in
seconds
total-
they have added now.
Yeah, 10 seconds penalty. But I think Nemo did 2 or 3 as well. Then by the moment, all are more or less in the same.
Yes. So here they go, finishing the third page. Oh, and they are finished out the tunnel.
Well done, guys. Good job. Now next team is going to be Ultra Good Vibes.
Ultra Good Vibes. These are 2 flyers. They have about 50 hours to 100 hours. Non-tunnel instructors. So it's good to see a few teams that are not sponsored by tunnels or tunnel instructors competing.
Now they've been training together because they've been flying in their own more time, but together they've been flying 12 hours over the past 6 months, and then we will see how they perform after this training that they had before.
So in Ultra Good Vibes we have John Hawk and Thomas Mutard.
Okay, this Thomas Mutard, he usually comes here to do some coaching with the guys and fly with other people. Then he's one usual people in this wind tunnel.
And this will be their first competition together. And I believe their first competition for both of them in dynamic flying.
Let's see, they are ready to go. Wait until the green lights go.
Okay, today too, also it is like a race with the light is flashing red, and then when it goes green, the participants have to jump in. So it's as soon as the light goes green, the time is clicking. So as soon as they see the green light, they should be jumping in and flying as fast as possible.
We'll remember that they are thinking on doing something really fast, but they must take their time to do everything properly, because every buzz is a penalty.
Okay, so far so good. They're doing quite nice. No bust yet.
They're doing a clean flying.
Oh, a little bit of a hiccup going into the head-up circles.
Keep going,
But he's
guys.
recovered. He's doing good. That's the biggest thing when you're competing. If something happens, you have to just go straight back in and just keep flying. That's the most important thing, is just keep flying.
Yeah, because maybe they suddenly they don't know where they stop it, then have to keep doing, but sometimes they need a couple of seconds to recover, go back.
Into the second page now, so they recovered. They're doing quite good now. Okay, nice. Into the head-up circles. So now they're into the third page. Okay, here they go for their final move, head-up circles. And for they're doing.
Maybe, as they get confused, maybe they are doing something extra,
I think they've done an extra page right now.
which is good. That's more seconds, because it's bad, it's more seconds. Maybe they didn't count the page where they have that mistake, where Jeff going up in the tunnel. Then that's because they are doing another one.
Okay, so they've exited the tunnel now. The extra page would have added on a few seconds, I believe.
It's really hard to keep going when you have a mistake and it's like, oh, I don't want to, but you have to keep going. That's a competition. Next team is going to be Dump and Dumber.
These are two French flyers, Arnaud Leonard and David Petrico.
They are quite experienced, both of them. I'm not sure how much they've been together because they don't tell us before, but we've seen them in different competitions. Maybe not together, but I've seen them fly before.
Yes, for sure. David he's been in many competitions. He was in the first dynamic competition in Bottrop, and I've seen him at most of the four-way competitions. Most of the time he's doing four-way dynamic.
Yeah, I remember him from the last competition that we were holding here in the Barcelona stream. He was in a two-way team with Rafus Biker, and also he was in a four-way team that they will beat last minute as well.
Yeah, he also made a last-minute four-way team, and they did really good. They actually came in second, and they were very competitive, that team.
That means that they are really good flyers, because if not, they cannot be there.
For sure, yes. So the mixed snake complete, no bust so far, looking good. Still no good bust going into the third move.
At the end, that's the most important thing, no bust, because if you are more faster than the other teams, but you have more bust, your penalty is going to take you down in the ranking. Then it's better to go quiet, slow, but perfect and clear.
Quite often the smooth, but like a little bit slower flyers are actually doing much better because they are not busting us, like you say.
But also in the competitions, you can tell me better. Maybe this excitement must make them run a little bit to be faster, but it's like calm down, concentrate, do the things proper.
For sure, that's the most important thing in the competition, is trying to keep yourself nice and cool. Once you start to get a little bit stressed and try to go too fast, and then that's when you start to making a mistake. So if you can try to stay as relaxed as possible and just fly your normal pace. The pace that you've practiced at is the pace you want to fly when you're in competition. It was quite close in all. They got a bust. So that's one bust for them so far, I believe. That was a nice round. Only one bust, so they should have quite a good time.
Okay, next team is going to be Winter Last Minute. This is the team that I said before that they were flying together for a week.
Very nice.
Then they are improving, and let's see how they perform this routine. But they are quite nervous as it's the first competition for Cesar, for sure. The tall man is Pali, the other one is Cesar. It's the first competition for Cesar. Cesar became tunnel instructor last March. Then he's not a flyer for a long time. Then it's less than a year flyer.
Okay, so he's been flying quite a bit lately, or?
Yeah, he's been flying last weeks like a crazy, super late in the night, super early in the mornings. In the only caps, as we are staff, we have to fly when we can.
That's the hard thing about working in the tunnel. You don't get to fly in the nice times. So you can see the red light flashing. It went green, so they were in as fast as possible. A little bit of a mix-up with that snake right there, so they have a 5-second penalty there. But they recovered quite good and into the next move, into the layouts. Now they're completing the head-up circles. Looking good. The first page is finished now.
By the moment, this is the team that is flying in the higher speed. Well, let's see how are flying the other, but these guys are flying 72%. Our first burst.
So they get to choose the speed that they fly on. Every competitor tells the tunnel or tells the instructors what speed they want to fly on. A lot of the teams like to fly a little bit of a higher speed to make it a little bit faster, and other teams like to fly a little bit slower speed just to keep it like a little bit easier on them. It looks like they got a little bit of confusion with this mixed snake. It seems they've been busting on that mixed snake every time, so it must be a little bit of confusion on where they should be going. Okay, so they finished the first page. Nice exit.
This team
and they've
made
completed
1 minute 28.9 seconds, but we see that they have 3 bursts.
I believe it was 3 busts. I think there was some confusion with the mixed snake, and they every time I believe they bust on the mixed snake.
Sometimes when we have some confusion in one of the pages, we repeat it everyone, and that's not easy for the competitors. Okay, next one. Here we have Flybeat from Poland.
These two flyers, I think this is their second competition together. Third competition, sorry. We have Gregor and Sebastian, these two flyers. The hours they were training for this competition was 20 hours.
Okay, the guys are ready to go. We're waiting for the speed to get set. Okay, I can hear the wind tunnel running, then they must be ready. Let's wait until the red lights are green to go.
So the lights are flashing, getting green, and they go.
Okay.
They're looking quite good so far. I got some nice speed, no bust so far. Oh, little bit of one bust there with the head-up circles.
Or first bust for this team.
That was the second bust, so they have a 10-second penalty now.
That means that they will have 10 seconds penalty.
Okay, so second page done, into the third and final page now. Okay, so they're into the last move, head up circles. And now for the exit. You watch, there's multiple ways of exiting the tunnel. A few people are doing a few different ways.
The time was 1 minute 22 seconds, 0.6, and they have 2 or 3 busts.
I believe it was 3 maybe.
Okay,
Three.
then it's 15 seconds plus the 1.22. Now we have here the undecided from Belgium.
Both flyers are from Belgium. One is Peter van Haag, and the second flyer is Michel Chops. Peter is a tunnel instructor in the airspace tunnel in Belgium.
These guys were competing in the FS competition before with another 2 guys, with another 2 people from the that they are doing, I think, as well, another team. Because they were with David Petraco and Gimso, they were doing the 4-way in FS before.
In FS, yes. So it's a quite a long day for these guys. They got 2 competitions, so...
These were the guys that we were saying that they were free flyers doing an FS competition without booties, without grips. Now they are doing the things that they are more used to.
This is their second competition together. And for the training time, they only had 5 hours training time coming into this competition. So there we go, green light, in they go. We have 1 bust so far. So that's a 5-second penalty.
Okay, these guys are flying in a quite low speed, 69% for a speed round.
So yeah, a little bit lower than most of the other flyers. It's, when you want your speed, it's just whatever you feel comfortable on.
Yep.
So like sometimes people can fly a little bit faster in a lower speed just because they're more comfortable with it.
I am more comfortable in lower speed.
Nice, nice, nice. So I believe they're into the second page. They have 2 busts so far, I believe.
Oh, but they are performing slow, but taking care of the flights, and the movements are doing right.
So now into the third and final page. Now as they perform this last bottom loop, they don't actually have to go over the circle. They can actually cut the circle a little bit. The last circle doesn't count when they do that last bottom loop. So you'll see a lot of flyers who are keeping it low on that part will actually make up a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Okay, now they're out of the tunnel.
Okay, here they are. They did 1 minute 29.7 seconds plus 1 bus. They have only 1 bus.
Oh, I believe they had 2. Sorry.
Okay, then 2 bus. Then this will be 1 minute 39.7 at the end. Let's see how it goes for their final ranking. Here we have the Hurricane Factory team. This is one of the teams that they came from the Hurricane Factory Prague. That we saw that we have the chicks before in the FS female. Afterwards we have the Bad Boys as well competing in the FS category. And here we have for the dynamic these 2 guys.
So the Hurricane team, we have the flyers Voltek and Jacob. Now these guys are both tunnel instructors in Prague. and they don't have so many skydivers. They're more tunnel flyers than skydivers. I believe they started instructing first and then became skydivers.
Yeah, many tunnel instructors, when they start working in a wind tunnel, one day they take the FF and they become skydivers, but it's not necessary. Nice entrance for a, for a compulsory.
They did a little bit of a different entrance, and it's quite a fast way, I believe, the way they flipped themselves into the mixed snake.
Yeah, because usually teams takes like original and more creative entrances, but for the free routines, we are not expecting this for the compulsory one, and this was a good, nice one.
Yes, very nice. Looking good so far. I haven't seen a bust.
I never either.
Into the second page, flying nice and clean. Well, he went a little high on that mixed snake, but he's doing good. The second fly is back.
Sometimes if they go too high, they have more way to do the comeback and to go to the next move, which takes a little bit more of time. That is not like too much, but in a speed round, it counts.
Yeah, every second counts in this, and the more they can be flying around that little circle, you see it in the video now, the faster they're going to be. So when they're doing the layout, they want to be just above that ring, and then when they come in underneath it, just underneath it. And when they're doing the lines, they want to just be passing the lines as close as possible. I think this is the third page coming up now, I believe.
And no bus by the moment.
Yeah, no bus. Oh, a little bit high now.
Stone. Okay, this get 1 minute 23 seconds, 0.6. And no bus, which means that I think they were one of the quickest teams.
So far, I believe they should be winning right now.
Then at the end, it's not only that you are the fastest team, it's also that you have no penalty, no bust. If you have no bust, no penalty of time, which is going to give you a better ranking.
Okay, now we have the Bottrop bronze. We have Antonio Air and Andre Sutton.
Andre Sutton. Okay, these guys, they were both instructors from...
One of them is an instructor at Bottrop, actually one of my colleagues, I work with him. And the second, Andrew, is from XP. He came over from America a week ago, and they've just been training for the last week. I believe they had 10 hours training time going into this competition.
That's what we say. If they are good...
they're both talented flyers. Both have many hours flying, many years working in the tunnel. So in they go, looking good so far. And the mixed snake is completed, into the interlace now. So you can see right there, they were making it a little bit lower. As soon as they did that last bottom loop from the interlace, they went straight into the outface circles, not going over the ring. So they're going to pick up a little bit of time there, I believe.
And something that for me is like Antonio says that he have more or less around 200 hours. That is not big amount of hours for such a nice flying.
Yeah, he's been flying quite a lot, and he's doing picks up quite fast.
That's a good thing. Then it's easy to match with another mate that you never fly before, but in 1 week, if you are super amazing flyer, you can get this nice flying that we are seeing.
Yes. Looking good so far. I haven't seen a bust so far either.
No, either me.
So here we go. Nice and low, straight into that head-up circles. Here they go, exiting the tunnel.
Okay, this was the fastest team by the moment. 1 minute 13 seconds, 0.5. This is the fastest by the moment. No bust in all the pages. Then maybe he's the first in the ranking by the moment.
It's very nice clean flight that just done.
We will have to wait anyway to see the results for the judges, because here we have not everything to take a note. But more or less in the competition, I think they can be the first.
For sure, they have a good possibility of winning this competition.
Okay, we have now ready Team Dynamite. They are not both from Belgium, because Anna, she is from California, but now she is living close to Belgium and she flies a lot with Elke. And this is the other feminine team that we have in this competition, which for me, in my case, make me really happy. It's girls, woman power.
We're seeing much more girls competing these days and flying very good. They are a very strong team. This one.
I was a couple of years ago. I was flying in a camp for girls only with Elke, and she improved massively her flying. She's now a super strong flyer.
So this is actually their 1-year anniversary as a team.
Yeah, they told me the other day that this is the week where they start last year to compete together.
Hopefully they can take it home for their anniversary.
They're sponsored by Aerospace, the wind tunnel in Charleroi, in Belgium.
They're looking good so far, finishing the first page with no bus.
With no bus and quite fast.
Yeah, very nice speed on them.
Both girls are red hair color. It's like matching team.
They have matching suits and matching hair. Everything's matching.
You know, girls are like this. Also matching the flight because we can see that they are flying really good, both of them.
So here we go in the third page.
No bus by the moment.
Looking quite good. Okay, here we go. Exiting, nice clean exit, and out they go.
Really
Very
good.
nice round.
It's 1 minute 18.9. No bus, then maybe will be the second one.
It's looking good. They're in a very good position right now.
Let's wait until the results from the judges, because remember, we are not taking notes of anything, and maybe we missed something, but it looks like that they are going to have a good position in the ranking. Okay, now we are having a little break, you know, technical issues. We always need to solve some things. We are going to wait. Also, the teams will have a little bit of breathe. And we can try to say, now we will have the last block of the teams. After this, we will be here stopped for 4 minutes, more or less. We can comment how difficult it's been, this routine, because this is not the most difficult one. We said before that the most difficult one will be the third one, but this is not a super easy one either to start.
For sure, this is not an easy one to start with. That mixed snake, you can see a few people got a little bit caught off with that mixed snake going straight into it. So for sure, it's not the hardest one in this in the rounds today, but it has also got a decent difficult level.
Now we were waiting just to be able to show you the clock for the speed rounds, as is really helpful for everyone to see how is the duration. And then we see that now all the technical people is working to be able to show you the time of the speed round, and because now is the important thing. We are seeing that in the door, close to the door already, we are seeing the Dynamos, but they are not the next. But they go PlayStation Tunnel people, and afterwards the Dynamos will go. That's because these two teams are close to the door, waiting to the technical problem solved. Okay, now remember, you have to enter to win 10 minutes of Tunnel at Windor. You have to like us on Facebook during the Win Games. If you already like our web in Facebook, the thing that you have to do, you have to share our Facebook page, and you will have the possibility to win 10 minutes of Tunnel at Windor. We will say who is going to be the winner at the end of the competition. Maybe tomorrow or last time. Meanwhile, the prize giving, after the party, not sure where it's going to be, but for sure it's going to be after the competition. Then, come on everybody, give us a like, because you can win 10 minutes here at Windor. I'm going to participate.
10 minutes of flying time is quite nice.
Yeah, always 10 minutes, you know, for free. Come on, everybody wants Tunnel for free. Then remember, if you don't like our Facebook fan page, do it now. If you already like our Facebook page, what you can do is share it, and you will come in the same competition to be able to win these 10 minutes. Okay, we see here ready now the next team who is going to compete. They are concentrating. Maybe as they are not with helmets on, that's because they don't tell them to be ready. This is a mixed team. It's a girl and boy. It's the only mixed team that we have in all the competition.
We have the Belgium team. Yes,
The Belgian team, the undecided. It's true, we have to.
This is Fly Station Tunnel people. So their sponsors are Fly Station St. Petersburg. Here they go. They're getting ready. He's getting his helmet on.
Ready to go.
So in this team we have Leonard and Diana. I believe this is their second competition together. They competed in Charleroi
And they did a really good performance in Charleroi.
They did quite nice, and their free routine is quite nice. It's going to be interesting to see their free routine. They have a little bit of a different style of flying, which is quite nice to see.
I've seen before that Russian people is playing in the freestyle a little bit more freestyle than just free round. It's really nice to see that.
It says he was trying to create a little bit of like artistic freestyle with the dynamic flying, trying to combine it together a little bit to see make a nice flight style like this.
It's really nice to see them flying always.
Okay, so I think that was the first bust I seen just then.
Now we have the clock in the corner, in the up corner, where we can see the time and we can see the bust that they have already in this round. Then you at home can see how much is the time, then to compare with us and guess who is going to be the first or second in ranking.
Oh, just a little high on that move. But it was not a bust. They pulled it off, so it's very nice. Okay, second bust, so they have 10 seconds added onto their time now. It's not too bad because a few of the other teams have been busting on this round too, so it's not so bad right now.
Remember that today, the eight teams that finish first in the ranking will be ready for the battle for tomorrow. Then it's really important for them to do a good performance, then be ready for the battle for tomorrow.
Okay, so here we go, doing the interlace there. Nice, no bust on that move. Oh. And you can see how they also were keeping it nice and low going into the outface circles, so that's going to help their time a little too.
Okay, we have here the Dynamos ready. The Dynamos is two competitors. It's Jamie and Jake. Jamie is the guy that we were talking before, that he was a indoor flyer since he was 9 years old. Now he's 17, then you can imagine flying every week. He's like super comfortable flying. It's really nice to see him flying.
I remember seeing Jamie. He came to the tunnel a couple of years ago. I seen him for the first time, and to see him now, he's grown up a lot, and he's flying. He's getting very fast. He's got quite a nice start too. I think he's the youngest competitor today, yeah?
Yeah, I think he's the youngest competitor. There we go.
And he's also leading the free rounds, so that's a little bit of pressure. You have to remember the routine.
He's now, by this moment, he's a natural flyer. He feels in the air like other people feel in water or just walking on the street. Now he's following a pattern and he's doing a routine that have to be concentrated to do it properly. But when he's just playing in the tunnel, you can see how comfortable he feels.
He likes to play around a lot in the tunnel too. You see him in the training time, he'll do his training, and then he'd like to do a little bit of mucking around, so you can see he really enjoys flying.
Yeah, also, you know, he's playing a little bit. Always, everybody likes to play. And when we are younger, we love to play. No bust by the moment, which is going to be good for this round.
I have a very good time so far, doing quite good. Like you said, no bust. Going into the last maneuver, doing the head-down circles, out-face circles.
Ouch, first bust, almost at the end.
So that's a 23.9, just adding the 5 seconds on at the end.
Well done, guys, anyway. Okay, here we have ready for the next team to go in. The Babylon team. These guys are local guys. They are doing some coaching in the drop zone close to Windsor here in Skydive Empuria Brava. They are flying here and coaching really often. Every week they are here flying. And let's see how they perform this year, because last year they were not in a bad position, but wasn't the best. I know they are good flyers. Then let's see how they perform now.
I believe this is the only team that competed in the, or is it they competed in the Win Games and competing again this year? This is the same team, yes?
Also, they were competing as well in the Barcelona Extreme. But they are competing only in the competitions here. I didn't see them competing abroad in other wind tunnels.
No, I have not seen them in the other competitions, just in the window competitions here. So we have David Nemo and Luis Lopez. It looks like David Nemo will be leading this round, yeah?
Okay, they look ready. Waiting for green lights. Let's go.
That's also a big thing too. As soon as that light goes green, they want to be jumping in as fast as possible to be getting a nice fast time.
Look like this, but it took 2 seconds to go in, and these 2 seconds can be the difference to win a round.
They're going good so far, no busts yet.
We can see as well how many people we have now in the wind tunnel watching the competition in live. Not only at home as you are, here we have this plenty of people having the look to the competition and these amazing flyers.
So finishing your second page and no bust so far, so very nice.
See, by the moment they are doing a really good and clean round. A little bit up.
Went a little bit high, but they were still no bust, so looking good.
It's better sometimes to go a little bit higher, but no bust.
For sure, yeah.
Maybe it takes half second more, but doesn't matter.
Half second up is better than 4 or 5 seconds with a bust.
For sure.
Okay.
Okay, well done, guys. No bust at all in this round. Okay, next team is going to be Set Dragons. This team is Gregor and Gizmo. Gregor was going to compete with Nini, another component of their team, of the Sonic team, but she got injured. Hello, Nini, if you are following us. We hope you recover really soon. And then Gregor have to find another partner to compete, and here we have it with Gizmo. He's also an instructor of Aerospace Charleroi, the wind tunnel in Belgium. Then, you know, instructors are always flying, they get closer.
Gizmo also competed earlier in the FS competition.
Yeah, both of them, they were competing. Gizmo was in the FS, and in the BFS was Gregor with the Elements.
Yes, with the Belgium Elements.
And long day for these guys too.
They only had just over 1 hour training time together for this competition. Obviously, they both fly quite a lot, but just for this competition, I think 2 days ago they decided to fly together.
They decided really late, but as they are really good flyers, I think they will surprise us with a good performance. Ouch.
And that bust was, I think he went in on his back too much. You have to be vertical when you pass the line to start with, so that's the big thing. You have to go in, get head down as quick as possible before you even hit the line.
It's not an easy entrance at all. It's really, I think it's one of the most tricky entrance.
So we have the second bust now.
Okay, apart of the 2 busts that they did at the beginning, they are keeping now smoother and they are doing it cleaner. Then let's see how they finish the round.
So now they're into their third page. So we had the third bust, so it's going to be a 15-second penalty at the end. Okay, so now we have 4 busts.
Out.
If you look at their time, they had quite a decent time. Without the bust, they had a 118. That's a pretty good time.
Okay, now we have ready for the Smooth Criminals Window. This is another of the Window sponsor team. It's Raf Kudrow and Leo. They've been training with a little bit more of time here when they decide to go together. Remember, Raf Kudrow, he was one of the Team for Speed members before they decide to continue with different lives. And now he's starting to give a lot and pushing hard with the dynamic.
As you see Ralph fly, you can tell he has had a VFS background. He's really fast with the spins, and he's quite, with the spins, he's really good, really precise and quite fast, so it's nice to watch.
Let's see now how they perform. They are some of our favorites. But what can I say if I'm the team member of the Window Stop? They are ready to go in, waiting for the green lights to go.
So flashing ready. And the green.
Let's go. Is Leo leading? Leo is, at the moment, he's also instructor at Airspace as well. Many instructors from Airspace that we have.
I believe this is Leo's second competition. Oh, I believe so. I believe he competed in XP in America.
I remember he was competing in XP as well, yeah. But they wasn't competing together. I think Leo was in the four-way.
He was with Gizmo, I believe. It's a two-way competition in XP.
Okay, yeah, with his teammate from the wind tunnel.
So far, no bust, doing quite a nice round. Nice and fast too, doing good.
Clean round by the moment, quite fast as well. Yeah, this was, I think, the fastest one. We are just have one team more to do the first round. I think let's do this coming next, Katy and Juju. Katy and Juju were they were in the same team, in the Team for Speed, in the same as well with Raf Kudrow that we saw flying right now, and with Frederic Nenet that he was competing in the BFS competition with Avalon. Then we have here all the Team for Speed, not together, but we have them here.
They've done many competitions before, not together as a sense, but they've completed many times in different events, so they're quite used to the competition. You can see they're nice and relaxed, and they know what they're doing here.
Juju as well was competing with Josh O'Donoghue in the two-way in the Barcelona Extreme competition, and they were the winners in the two-way. Then he's quite used to this. Now he just changed the partner. Now he's playing with Katy, but they were flying before in the BFS, but they are teammates for a long time. I think they have this communication so important in the team.
It is very important how you get along with your team, how you work as a team. Especially with the training, a lot of times you're training long hours, getting tired with each other, so you have to be able to, communicate nice and not start too many fights when you're training for these competitions.
As we saw, this is the third team that is a mixed gender team. As we saw before, there were the undecided, the fly station guys, and this is the third one mixed. Then many women at the competition.
So the first page is completed, and they no bust, doing quite nice so far.
Katy is an amazing flyer, always. It's really, with her tiny body, how he can move in such high speed. They are flying in 74%.
I think that's one of the higher speeds flying today. I don't know if anyone's actually flying over 74 or 75. I think that's the highest speeds that the people are flying today.
Yep. But the thing is as well, as she was before competing in a BFS, that is a discipline that needs high speed, I think she's really used to have strong speeds.
For sure. Okay, going for the exit. 113, very
Whoa!
fast.
Yeah, maybe if not the fastest, really close to the fastest. This is a competition that is really, really, really narrow. We have a really top level flyers. Okay, now we have here Leslie with Josh and Juju, and they are going to tell us how they feel in this first round of the two-way dynamic. Leslie, you have the word.
Great. We'd like to welcome Josh Donahue, who is here as a judge. And he's previously been competing with Juju Giho. You won last time, didn't you, at Extreme Barcelona?
Yes.
Yes. So how does it feel sitting on the sidelines and watching your partner rip it up with Kathy Bouette?
I'm really nervous for him because I'm going to be really angry if I have to bust him.
So if you bust your friend, is there recriminations in the evening? Is he not happy?
Just a few beers, I think.
So Juju, how did you form your new team with Kati? What was the inspiration there?
It was like 2 weeks ago. We had no plan for this competition because just give up. So not really. No, it's a joke. No, and then we decided to do it for fun with not so much training.
Did you fly together before you and Kati? Did you do?
We flew VFS before.
Oh, yes, in
Yes.
Team for Speed.
Yes, exactly. That's it.
So you already have a very nice understanding of each other.
Yeah, we know each other really well.
So how much training did you do?
I think we did in between 7 and 8 hours.
Did you know you're the crowd's favorite?
No.
Okay, well you are. We love you.
Thank you.
So Josh, tell me what has changed in judging 2A dynamic at this event? You have a camera, I believe, on the line of sight.
Yeah, the other event we had a judge each side doing the lines and circles, but this time we got a camera one side and just me the other side, and then we have Joe opposite me, who's now helping me watch the line, but also making sure that all the teams are doing the right routines. And Adam's also doing the same thing. Like, for example, they do the 360s the same direction.
The sort of bust that it's easy for people to get away with because you're so busy looking for them to break the line that you don't think about what way they turn.
Yeah, especially if it's one and then the other. You have to remember what the first one did. So.
Has 2A dynamic stabilized now with the rules? It seemed to be changing a lot in the last year. Do you think we're more or less out the other side of the tunnel?
Yeah, definitely. I believe that with this dive pool at the moment, it hasn't changed hardly at all since it started. Everyone's starting to learn it, and it's going really well, I believe.
Why do you think the two-way competition is so much more subscribed to here than the four-way dynamic, which there weren't enough teams to run a competition?
In my opinion, it's because of being able to put teams together. And it's very difficult finding 4 people to train together and to be together all the time, then compete. And it's much easier if it's 2 of you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like Juju and Kati getting together at the last minute. Then if they had to find another 2, it's very hard. So Juju, tell me, how do you deal with a competition, like the stress of it? You never seem stressed. You seem to take it all in your stride.
You are always stressed. You just try to hide it and just try to put it on the side, breathe a lot, and try to not overthinking. That's it.
Because you are a world champion in VFS, now you do 2-8 dynamic. You won the competition here with Josh. Now you're doing canopy piloting at a very high level. What do you have in your brain that makes you such a high level competitor? Nothing, says Josh.
No, just trying to enjoy all the time, every round of competitions, and really try to play everything possible instead of overthinking and just like being in the mental thing, you know.
Cool. We love you, Juju, and we
Thank
wish you
you.
a great the rest of the competition.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Josh.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, for this.